I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Yo, what's up, people? How's it going, guys? Welcome back on another live stream on My Hero Academia Season 8, Episode 10. Now, this is once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final season. The final season on My Hero Academia. Now, I'm sure most of you already know, if not all of you already know, but then again, I had to bring you guys back to just think about it. All the way from the first season, now we are at the end of the show, the end of the season finale. It kind of feels weird, doesn't it? Because we've had so much memories with My Hero Academia, starting from the first season all the way to this point. So, due to the fact that All for One has been defeated, due to the fact that Shigaraki has been defeated, due to the fact that the heroes are now in the rebuilding phase of their lives, they are licking their wounds, people are recovering. Towards the ending of the previous episode, or let me say, the preview of this upcoming episode, we see the heroes back on the ground, ready to do some hero work. At the same time, on the previous episode, the Todoroki's family kind of had a little bit of a reunion, but at the same time, they also had a reawakening on the situation, right? Some of them went their separate ways. Endeavor admitted and accepted the fate of his situation. I'm glad through thick and thin, his wife is still on his side, showing that grounded family situation, because despite everything he may have done, his wife is still very, very much loyal to him, which I gotta give it up for the wife. And because I think it makes things easy in terms of reconciliation and revival of broken family, of broken relationship between him and his son. But the fact that his wife is still on his side, thick and thin, I gotta give them props for that. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out the next episode, episode 10, and see what this episode is about. Because now, what's going to be next? We have what? Episode 10, episode 11, episode 12. 3 more episodes to go, including this episode. And that will be it. We are not getting 25 episodes this season. It's only 12 episodes. And I think I'm going to, at the end of this live stream, I'm also going to kind of address the next upcoming animes, because this is the finale of this, let me say, summer into fall, because the next set of anime, or the next set of the season, is going to be fall, actually winter animes. So we were in fall animes, now we're slowly progressing. Next year is going to be winter animes, and I'm sure some of you already knows, because most of you are keeping full tab on the next phase, the next anime that are coming up. But we're going to address it as well at the end of this live stream, so stick around for that. Without further ado, let's check out the next episode and see what took place. And shout out to Ali H501X on the chat. I know some of you guys are now really pumped for this episode. unlike the previous episode, but at the same time, it's still the show. We would like to know how this show is going to end. Even though the enemies have been defeated, the antagonist, both antagonists has been defeated. At the same time, we still want to know um, how this show ends overall. I know you manga readers that already know what's coming. You are either bored of the next 3 episodes, or you're interested at this point. She has accepted her fate in the meantime. I will let the taxpayers pay me or feed me in the meantime. That's actually a villainous idea right there. But that's a humor as well. I will let the taxpayers feed me. That's what a criminal would say, you know? And in a way, you can also say she is looking at the good side of her situation, right? The bright side of the situation, because it could have been worse. She could have lost her quirk. How interesting is the next upcoming episodes? You guys that are still watching My Hero Academia Season 8, why are you guys watching? Why are you guys still watching? Let me know in the comments section. Are you watching because you are a hardcore fan, or are you watching because you just want to see how this is going to end? If you are not watching, why are you not watching? Are you not watching because you already know what's going to happen, or are you not watching because two of the most villain, the antagonist, has been defeated? And what do you guys think about Midoriya's new look? His new haircut? I gotta say, the name of this episode doesn't motivate anybody to watch it, actually. The girl who loves smiles. Look at that look on his face. Damn. That's almost a death stare right there. No, he's here to deliver Shiganaki's message. All his buddies are dead. All his buddies has been defeated. He's growing, he's morphing into. He better restrain himself. I guess at this point, Midoriya, with everything he's been through, he just doesn't care anymore. You know, he's not scared, even though he doesn't actually have the power to take on this guy. Should he choose to attack him right now? He's gonna write a book so that nobody will forget about. I think he got it all wrong. Midoriya would love a book on Tomura Shiganaki. I don't think he would mind that. I knew it. Yeah, I don't think he would mind. If anything, he would want him to write that book. Damn, I will keep scolding you until you kick the bucket. That's hard. I will keep on coming here, making you feel worse and worse until you die. Damn, man. Like I said, you guys that are watching, why are you guys still watching My Hero Academia? What reason? Do you want to see how this show ends? Or because you're a hardcore fan and would like to, you know, show some respect and show, some interest? Because I'm looking forward to see what's the next phase on the next two episodes, or including this episode, the next three episodes. Oh, he survived, huh? First year students. Yeah, Karishma just called them weird, but he forgot that he used to be them years ago. Freshmen. Why is his heart pounding? This is the second time his heart is pounding. What's going on with Midori? It looks like this series has been built up. The series has been built back up again. She's been in pain this whole time? What's going on? Oh, okay. She's mad. She's not happy that Toga died at the end. The ember is still burning inside Midoriya, and it's burning. The flame is still very strong. The city has been restored. Ioma's Ioma's farewell. I guess not all the areas has been restored because this house looks very abandoned. Wait a minute, who is that? Wait a minute. Did Midoriya just said next episode is the final episode? Next time, the final episode, My Hero Academia. So, the next episode is going to be the final episode. The next episode is episode 11, not the 12th episode, unless if they're going to add episode 11 and 12 together. Right? We're supposed to be getting 12th episode, or 12th episode overall, but the next episode is the 11th episode. Midoriya says the preview on the next episode, which will be the 11th episode, is going to be the final episode. Now, let me know, guys, what you think about all of that. because we're supposed to be getting 12 episodes overall, right? With that being said, there is this guy. Now, because I was wondering, okay, on the 10th episode, the 169th episode of My Hero Academia genre, they've fought the war. The war has finally ended. After the war, the ruins, the rubbles, and they rebuilt everywhere. The city has been rebuilt back to normal, at least most of it, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, we see, like, I was wondering, okay, what's next? Because most of the city has been restored now. Everybody is back to their normal daily schedules. Most of the injured heroes has finally or almost recovered. What's next, right? What will be the reason to watch the next episode? And I was really, really looking forward to see what this preview is going to be all about. I was curious because the city has been rebuilt, at least most of it. Why would any one of us want to watch the next episode? If not, maybe to pay our loyalty to the show because we're loyal to My Hero Academia genre. And I know most of you guys want to see how this ends. Probably the manga readers that knows what's going to happen probably are not watching right now. They already know, it's not going to be anything that interesting. But the interesting part of this is the preview of the next episode 11, episode 170 of My Hero Academia genre. We see this building, abandoned building, and someone walking around who I can't recognize right now, maybe based on how this character looks, because of the way he's presented. I can't really tell what this character is all about. Who is this? If you know, please let me know on the comment section or the live chat. And this person asked question, why? Just me? As if like he's been put up to do something bad. He's been positioned to do a task. Probably not a good one, because he's asking the question, why just me? And there's this poison or some type of quark power oozing around his fingers. So I guess the next episode is going to be a little interesting. Probably more interesting than the previous 2 episodes. Well, episode 9 is interesting actually, because Todoroki family had to hash out their differences and find a way to reconcile. So that's not a waste. But this episode, I'm not sure if I should call it a waste or not, because the biggest thing about this episode is the fact that, what really stood out for you on this episode? What really stood out for you guys on this? Well, the good thing is he's going to live, he's going to survive, he's probably going to go back to normal. I'm not sure, man. If you have anything that stood out for you on this 10th episode, please let me know. I don't think there's much to it. Kocha is depressed that Toga died. She passed away, helping her, giving her blood to her. I think that's the only thing that stood out. I don't know much about you, what you guys think. But overall, this episode, to each his own. Well, Spinner, actually, okay, I'll point out that Spinner's resolve on everything that happened and decides that he's going to write a book. When this is all over, he's going to write a book on Tomura Shigaraki. And he said that to get a reaction, whether he means it or not, but he said it to Midoriya to see what Midoriya is going to say. Right in there, I knew that Midoriya would not mind. Midoriya would not mind him writing a book. If anything, he would welcome and hope that he will write a book about Tomura Shigaraki because he doesn't want to forget about him, So I guess depending on how you see this, I'm not sure if that stood out for you. Other than that, not really much, man. Not really, really much. Kocha being emotional. I can understand, the Amber. Okay, the Amber thing is still strong inside Deku. So that could be a thing for you. And then the preview, the abandoned building and someone inside it. We don't know what this person is about. Someone has put him up to something and he's not very thrilled about it, but I don't know who this guy is for some reason. Yeah. Midoriya says, my story comes to an end, along with the ember of one for all. Okay? My story comes to an end, along with the ember of one for all. So the next episode is going to be the final episode. I think they might give us episode 11 and 12. And while he's saying that, this person comes out of this abandoned building. And it looks like there's something weird about this guy, something unsettling. Yes, this is the story of how we became the greatest hero. And this person who I can't really understand what's going on, what his deal is. He got this worm thing sticking out of him, through his mouth and out of it, through his chin and out of his mouth. That is so weird. And then the scene cuts to Midoriya coming home. We see Ayazawa. Yes, this is the story of how he became the greatest hero. Next time, the final episode, My Hero Academia. Yeah, next time is going to be the final episode. Our story will continue on from here. Okay, yeah, our story. I don't know. All right. I guess that's the thing. Now, like I said, the next anime, or let me say, winter anime, upcoming winter anime. Let's see what's happening. So, I got this list here. Upcoming animes. One of them is Jujutsu Kaisen, January 8th. We got Hell's Paradise, or Hell Paradise, on January 11th. This is the second season. Jujutsu Kaisen, this will be the third season. Hell's Paradise, this will be its second season. The first season wasn't that bad actually, but I'm not sure why the anime is not over as it should. It should be over by now, but the first season, I'm not sure. I don't think everybody's digging it as they should. Mushiko Tensei. Now, the second season I didn't watch. I think it's coming with a third season. I'm not sure if you guys saw the second season, how it was, if you guys liked it, but I didn't get the chance to react to the second season. Fate Strange Fake. Now, this Fate Strange Fake, I've never watched any of Fate's or Zero Fate or whatever, any Fate genre. So I'm not sure if this Fate / Strange Fake, if it ties to the other Fate anime. If it doesn't, let me know, guys, because then I will probably make time to watch it. So let me know if this fate slash strange fake, it's an entirely new story. Let me know if you would like me to see, if you would like to see me watch it. Which one is this? Skeleton Knight in Another World. I remember watching the first season of this show. Well, it had potential, okay? But then again, it's an isekai. Skeleton Knight in Another World. I watched the first season. I don't totally mind it, but then again, it's an isekai. You either like it or you don't. It's not that much of a big deal. But let me know if you guys would like to see me watch it. Of course, Fire Force, January 9th. Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. The date is not yet set for it. And I am putting together a new intro. Because you guys know I'm a big fan of intros. I'm putting together a new intro for my hero, for Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. I will not play it until the very first episode of the final arc. So, it should be interesting. I'm putting together a new intro. It's going to be interesting. Black Clover, the date has not yet been set. Other than that, I don't think there's any other anime that stands out. If you guys know any that you think is going to be interesting, if you've been watching me for a long time and you know any other anime that will be interesting enough, let me know. But so far, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise, Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, those are the three that I'm looking forward to. Skeleton Knight in Another World, I watched the first season. It's not that bad. Skeleton Knight in Another World is the type of anime you watch if there's no other interesting anime to watch. It's one of those isekai anime that you would watch if you no longer have any other interesting show. And when I mean show, I mean if you have a Netflix show that you're watching, Amazon, Prime, you name it, whichever platform that you're watching your favorite show. Then if you're done with all of those and you have nothing going on, you're not playing any video games, then you can watch Skeleton Knight in Another World. But overall, it's not that bad. It has potential, but most isekai kind of maintains their genre the way it is. They never try to develop it to another stage or to make it super interesting. I'm saying this based on the fact I watched online, Sword Art Online. I watched the first season. The first season was interesting. The second season, not so much, so I lost interest. And there are a couple of isekai animes that I've watched. Along the line, I lost, like Mushoku Tensei. I watched the first season. The first season wasn't that bad. The second season, I didn't get the time to watch it. I'm not sure what's going on because now it's coming with a third season. Yeah. Isekai is just, it's a hit and miss animes. It's really a hit and miss animes. Jujutsu Kaisen, it's coming out January 8th. There is a movie on Jujutsu Kaisen coming out, I believe, the 10th of December. I'm not sure if you guys are aware about that. I'm not sure what's going to be all about actually, but it should be interesting. December 10th, Jujutsu Kaisen, there's a movie coming out. And you would think that they will put out the movie maybe a month before the anime comes out, but it's actually weeks in between the time this movie hits on the 10th of on the 10th of December, and then the third season is coming out the 8th of January. You know, maybe it's a good thing that the time difference is not too far apart. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. That depends on your own preference. Hell's Paradise, January 11th. Other than that, if you guys have any other interesting anime that is coming out this winter, aside from Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise, let me know on the chat. Like I said, this anime coming out January 2nd of 2026. It's called Fate/Strange Fake. The rating of it is 7.03. If it's not tied to other Fate or Zero Fate or any other Fate series, if it's not tied to it, if it's a new entire story, let me know, because then I will make time to react to it. If not, then it is what it is. Because I'm not sure if they're tied together, because I know there's a lot of Fate series or Fate Zero, Zero Fate, Fate Incantation, a lot of Fate stuff going on. And I haven't really looked into Fate genre to know how to watch them in order. You know, there is a rumor that I heard that what's his name? Tokyo Ghoul is getting a remake. I'm not sure how how sure that rumor is, but if they're going to do a remake on Tokyo Ghoul, it will be insane based on how much animation has advanced, how much crisp some of these animes are right now. If Tokyo Ghoul gets a remake, that will be really, really interesting. I would love to see. Maybe they don't need to do a remake. They can continue the story in some way, shape, or form. I don't think we need a remake on Tokyo Ghoul, right? They should continue the anime from where they left off. Find the story, find something interesting, and continue it. Because I don't think we need a remake. You know, the image of the previous seasons on Tokyo Ghoul is still embedded inside us, in our head, and I'm not sure if doing a remake is the best way to go. They can continue the show on where they left off. I will perfectly be fine with it. I don't think we need a remake, but if they do decide to do a remake, I wouldn't mind watching it too, because Tokyo Ghoul is a good anime. With that being said, what else? A lot of isekai animes, man. I'm not very keen. I'm not very fond of isekai stories. Of course, Mushiko Tensei was interesting. There's this new anime coming up. It's called Omniscienced Rider. Not sure what it's about, but it looks like a Korean anime. Looks like it's going to be one of those characters that looks like Son Jiwoo kind of characters. Black Clover, the second season, there's no date on it so far. I think if it doesn't come out this summer, we might expect Black Clover continuation maybe sometime late next year. I hope it will come early next year. I hope so. But based on the fact that there's no date set on it just yet, it's either that it's definitely not coming out this winter, right? So if it's not coming out this winter, maybe it's coming out spring. If it's not coming out in spring, then we will look, maybe summer. If it's not coming out in summer, then it has to be fall of next year. But I hope it comes out in spring because, I think fans will welcome it better if it comes in spring, either spring or summer, you know. With that being said, what's this anime? Record of Ragnarok. The third season is coming out on the 10th of December. So look out for my reaction on that. Golden Kamuy. I never really looked into Golden Kamuy to see if it is an isekai anime. Let me look at it right now. It's not actually isekai. Golden Kamuy, I watched the first season. I think I got onto the second season and then I lost interest. But the anime is still ongoing. Kingdom is another anime that I was really getting into, but for some reason something happened. I think I lost interest because I think I got a strike and I went away for a bit to give the situation some time. And when I came back, I lost my interest on Kingdom. But I will continue my reaction on One Piece because I know, we went through the previous arc and we're currently in an interesting part of the current arc that, where I am, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just trying to finish off the stuff that I'm doing right now and hopefully catch on to or get back to One Piece. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the video, like the live stream, subscribe for more, and we'll see how things goes. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and see you tomorrow. Catch you tomorrow on One Punch Man. I think episode 9 or 10 at this point. So, see ya.